You think you're taking good care of your dog, feeding them, giving them a place to sleep, maybe even playing with them sometimes. But what if I told you some of the things you do every single day are slowly breaking your dog's heart? Not in an obvious way, not in a way they can tell you with words, but in a quiet way that most owners completely miss. And the scariest part? Your dog still loves you through all of it. So let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed your dog staring at you for no reason at all? Not barking, not moving, just watching you. You probably thought it was random. It's not. Because what that stare really means, we'll come back to that. But first, mistake number one, ignoring them when they're trying to connect. Not when they're being loud, but when they're being subtle. A soft nudge, a quiet tail wag. That moment they come sit next to you, doing nothing. You think they're just there. But in their world, this is everything. Dogs are social creatures. Their brain is wired for connection. And when they choose you over everything else and you don't respond, it creates confusion. Not anger, not immediately, but something deeper, disconnection. And over time, they stop trying. And when your dog stops trying to connect, that's when the real damage begins. But what most people don't realize is there's another behavior that looks completely normal, yet it's even more harmful. Mistake number two, punishing them for being scared. When your dog barks at strangers, hides during loud noises, or acts weird, you might get frustrated. Maybe you yell, maybe you pull them away, maybe you say, "Bad dog." But here's the truth. Your dog isn't misbehaving. They're afraid. And when fear gets punished, it doesn't disappear. It gets buried. Behavioral psychology shows that fear-based responses don't go away with punishment. They evolve. They turn into anxiety, into distrust, into silent stress. So instead of feeling safe with you, they start feeling alone, even when you're right next to them. And that changes everything, because once a dog stops feeling safe, their entire behavior shifts. But there's something even more common. One day, the couch is okay. Next day, it's not. Sometimes jumping is cute. Sometimes it's bad behavior. To you, it feels normal. To your dog, it feels like chaos. Dogs learn through patterns, through clarity, through repetition. When those patterns keep changing, they don't understand what you want. And when they don't understand, they can't succeed. So they either become anxious or they stop trying altogether. And when your dog stops trying to understand you, you start losing the bond you thought you had. But here's where it gets emotional. Because the next mistake doesn't look like a mistake at all. In fact, most people think it's love. Mistake number four, being physically present but emotionally absent. You're there, same room, same house, but your attention? On your phone, on your screen, somewhere else. Meanwhile, your dog is lying nearby, waiting, watching, hoping you'll look at them, that you'll notice them, that you'll choose them, even for a moment. And when that moment doesn't come, they don't complain, they don't argue, they just accept it. But inside, that silence builds. Because for your dog, attention isn't extra, it's love. And when love feels inconsistent, they feel it, even if you don't see it. Now remember that stare I mentioned earlier? The one where your dog just looks at you, quietly, almost like they're trying to say something. That's not random, that's communication. Eye contact releases oxytocin, the same bonding hormone between humans and babies. When your dog looks at you like that, they're not just looking, they're connecting. They're saying, "I trust you. I feel safe with you. You are my world." But if that connection isn't returned, over time, they stop looking. And when your dog stops looking at you like that, that's when something beautiful starts to fade. Now, before I tell you the final mistake, the one that hurts them the most, if this is changing the way you see your dog, take a second, hit like, subscribe, because what you're about to hear, most owners never realize. Mistake number 5, not understanding their silence. Dogs don't speak your language. They don't say, I'm sad. They don't say, I feel ignored. They show it. In small ways. Less excitement when you come home. Less eye contact. Sleeping more. Playing less. You might think, they're just tired. But what if they're not? What if they're slowly disconnecting? Because when a dog feels unheard for too long, they don't fight for attention. They fade. And that's the part that breaks their heart the most. Not pain, not discipline, but feeling invisible to the one person they love more than anything. You. So the next time your dog comes and sits next to you, or looks at you for no reason, or quietly follows you from room to room, don't ignore it. Don't brush it off, because your dog isn't just behaving, they're communicating, and the way you respond shapes their entire world. Your dog doesn't need perfection. They don't need you to be flawless. They just need you to understand them a little better. Because to you, they're a part of your life. But to them, you are their whole life. And every small moment, every reaction, every bit of attention, it matters more than you think. Your dog isn't just living with you, they're feeling you.